In the centuries before European contact, North America was home to thousands of distinct societies. These cultures were separated by vast distances, different languages, and unique environmental pressures. In many ways, the traditional ways of life in British Columbia were as distinct from those in the Northeast as the cultures of Norway are from Turkey. Yet, across these fractured regions, a single mythological creature consistently appears in carvings, symbols, and songs. This map shows the footprint of that shared figure, the Thunderbird, spanning from the Atlantic coast, across the Great Plains, and up to the shores of Alaska. While the creature is universal, its function changes depending on the needs of the people. It is a flexible framework for hope, a higher power battling the chaotic depths, adapting its scale to match the specific threat at hand. In Ontario, 1,000 years of history is etched into a flat marble stone. Here, the Anishinaabe carved their relationship with the spirit world. Among the images, 6 winged figures struggle against serpents, telling of a protective spirit guarding against lurking dangers. This local protective role is mirrored in the Iroquois legend of Gunadoya. When the young son of a chief was seized by a horned monster and dragged to the bottom of Lake Ontario, a thunderbird dove into the depths, killed the serpent, and pulled the young man back to the light. This ancient concept of personal rescue found a modern voice in the Canadian First Nations artist Norval Morrisseau. Morrisseau documented his own agonizing struggle with alcohol addiction, framing his physical dependency as a monster with a mind of its own. He described the craving as a hunger for the sweet flesh of the vine that pulled him toward the dark. When his own willpower failed, Morrisseau called upon the Thunderbird. He sought a divine spirit to come in for the kill and free him from the depths of his own addiction. At this scale, the Thunderbird acts as an intimately personal guardian, protecting the individual soul from internal chaos that feels too large to face alone. On the Pacific coast, the scale of the myth expands. Here, the Thunderbird is often found at the top of the totem pole, representing a spirit that watches over the collective health of society. A Quillette legend describes a time when the natural order collapsed because the whale decided it would no longer sacrifice itself for humanity's sake. By refusing its role in the cycle of life, the whale broke the foundation of the tribe's survival. Without the whale, the people had no food or oil. Their society faced a bleak, hopeless future as the cycle that sustained them came to a complete halt. The Thunderbird intervened with a force that corrected this imbalance. Flashing lightning as it opened its eyes, the bird battled the whale and returned it to the tribe, forcefully restoring the natural cycles that allowed the community to thrive. At this societal scale, the bird is a corrective force. It steps in when refusing one's responsibility threatens the survival of the world. On the Great Plains, the Lakota people describe a being called Wakinyan Tunka, or Great Holy Wings. Lakota medicine man John Fire Lame Deer spoke of a creature so massive and mysterious that humans can only perceive small parts of it. Visionaries might see a beak's tip or the curve of a claw, but never the whole body. It is a force that is recognized primarily through its actions in the world. In ancient times, the great horned serpent attempted to flood the world and end humanity entirely. This wasn't just a threat to a single tribe, but to the existence of the human race itself. The Thunderbird and its children launched an aerial assault, firing lightning for a distance to vanquish the serpents. This battle preserved dry land and allowed human life to continue. The Lakota tradition suggests that the Thunderbird values humans because they are the source of the prayers it receives. By saving the race from the flood, the creature ensures that the connection between the sky and the earth remains intact. Whether it is a personal demon, a broken social cycle, or a cosmic threat, the Thunderbird offers a recurring lesson in how to deal with the things that drag us down. During the battle on the Great Plains, the Thunderbirds realized they were weak on the ground. In the low places, the slithering, creeping creatures held the advantage. They could only win by flying high into the sky and striking from above. The high ground wasn't just a tactical choice, it was the source of their power. This reveals the final insight of the myth. High ideals lose their strength when they are dragged down into the mud of our struggles. When we reach for something greater, be it a spirit, a virtue, or love, we cannot pull it down into the dark. We must seek to raise ourselves up to meet it.